It's called a salmon berry. It's awesome. It's in season around this time of the year. Rainy season and needs a lot of water, but it's the first fruit to come out. You love it in BC because we eat all this stuff. There's lots of berries that you can pick up throughout the year. Monk style, monk style surviving coming at you again. Lots of stuff going on in the world. I figured I'd come back and come around to the shield that God provides for us in places, right? So as you can see, I got my little fire going already for my coffee. My shelter is held up. You know, it's been here for a couple of weeks now. No one's messed with it. God bless that. Maybe it's meant for that. Maybe I'm supposed to, you know, help out with some of the messages I can find. It's a great place to be. It just looks like an old tree stump with all sorts of stuff piled up on top of it. So a lot of people, I guess, miss it. So it's kind of nice to still have all this. And like I said earlier just now, there's a lot of stuff happening in the world. So what I want to do is, you know, I want to be able to get away from all of that as well too, right? It's not because I'm trying to run away, because like I've been saying, we need time to decompress and stuff. So so I want to talk about the will that we have as well right now, the will that was given to us, free will as you call it, right? So every day we get up, it's our will to do whatever it is that we want to do with our lives, to be good, to be bad, to heal someone, to hurt someone, all sorts of different ways that we use our will for, right? So it's in us, it's innate in us actually to do whatever we want to be. So that's actually LAO TZU again, that if you understand certain teachings from some of the old grandmasters out there, it just says, because if you let humans, you know, pretty much do, if you allow them to do what they want to be, they'll end up being what they want to be. But unfortunately, we have people that want to put things in us right now, want to feed us the food they want to feed us, all sorts of things, right? So, but with the current state of mind with the people right now, it's hard to think for a lot of our society, because they don't have this kind of shield right now. They're locked into their TVs, they're locked into the next violence, because we've been conditioned to liking all these things, even to the fact that maybe people are romanticizing going into a Walking Dead type of situation where there's an aftermath, there's not many people left, and it's almost like a Walking Dead. If you're walking around starving, you're almost gonna kill anything out there, right? So that's why it was important for me, because I've been out there going downtown, checking things out, see how the world is, and see how, you know, my world is and around near me, around Vancouver area, because it's multicultural. Luckily, Vancouverites tend to have a different attitude to things, right? It's more of a, we know that racism exists. It's almost like we're all colored here in BC. That's the thing, right? So it, everyone experiences it in some form. Definitely wrong, but the change that people wanted to, like I said from my last show before, the change that people want is too big of a change all at once, because we're not going to wake up tomorrow and all of a sudden we're different people. You know what I mean? We're not gonna go out there and just start hugging everyone, you know. And that's the thing I've been trying to point out to some of my friends. Is like, okay, we can go out there and protest all this stuff, but during this time, the whole point is, there's people like myself that's been saying, you know, all this stuff is fabricated, because now that's another week where no one's working and there's actually less businesses because things been looted and stuff like that. So from my earlier shows, I've been saying that they're trying to shut this whole thing down, and this whole thing is playing right into their hands, basically, right? So so we need time. You need to get out. You need to get off your TV. You need to get off to talking to your friends sometimes. Have your own thoughts, okay? Because when you're talking to your friends, you're only getting their point of view, and all of a sudden they convince you to their point of view. I want people to have, you know, distinguishing really for themselves what, you know, what's really happening. And, you know, your food, there's going to be real food shortages soon. A lot of people are not paying attention to that because, again, we've been locked into looking at all of this, right? So, and that's scary shit because, don't mean to swear, only because if man is different when he's hungry. Right now he's not hungry, and he's not killing nothing for it. But when once man gets hungry, he's a different animal, as we say, right? So, and and these shortages are coming only because they've created a pandemic that's now, shut down a lot of the workforce. So, um, so the key to coming out here, exercising and all that is to shield your body, shield your mind, have time a little bit to actually, sit down and do my coffee. Hey, it's boiling. Perfect timing. So, um, at the end of the day, guys, it's your will that takes you to wherever you want it to go. So if you're, for me, my will says I'm gonna come out here today and enjoy coffee, hopefully inspire people to take time a little bit in the world, from the world, because the world right now is like conditioning you to all sorts of stuff. If they're gonna tell you martial law is coming up and things like that, and the military will be on the streets, I guess that's what you'll be talking about next, because you've been conditioned so well for that. Because really the key thing to that is to fight it, because because we're supposed to be a free world here in North America. So what can you say? I'd like to really like a smoke right now, because I've been trying to resist, obviously, for a lot of reasons, because that's the old habits. There's things to think about. You want to go back to, want to light a cigarette and think about it, right? So I've given up one. I'll take the coffee and leave the cigarette alone for now. So it's saving me a little bit of money, I guess, making me a little bit healthier. So what I've been talking about is really because I wanted to talk about Lao Tzu today. Okay, I want to apply a little bit of Lao Tzu to June 7th, 2020, right? Because we have all these people fighting for our rights. They have they're either organized, you have celebrities, all these people, they want to fight for my right. But they've never experienced my kind of racism that I've experienced throughout my over 50 years, right? Yes, I've faced it too, right? So everyone has faced it. So, but I question the people that are actually representing my rights at the moment. Okay, because they're not really doing us any good at all, because the violence, all these disruptions of business, all these things has not done very well in improving our situation economically, financially, whatever it may be. It's actually playing into their hands, because right now, during this whole protests and riots and all these things, the FDA even took out all the farm workers as well, tested them 100% with COVID and stuff. So that's your vegetables and your fruits and stuff like that. Yes, there's some on the shelf right now, but just like meat has dwindled in the last few weeks and certain things, well, guess what? All these things will dwindle as well by harvest time around fall time, right? So going back to our will, going back to our own innate self, it's all within us to be good. It's all within us to be bad, whatever it may be. But it's where we direct our will. Okay, so, and the other day I said, man, I'd love to be able to share a passage from Lao Tzu right now, to even people that I can reach this out to. Okay, because I want to really point it out to you guys that it exists within us all. Okay, it's our innate way to adapt, an innate way to hunt for food, an innate way to get what we need for our body, what we need for our mind to progress and stuff. These are what being is all about. Okay, if you leave a human being long enough, he just does what he needs to do, right? Without even the thought, because if you don't put a word hate or racism or even like some sort of, even the word borders, right, or colors to our language, then we're just people then. Okay, and these people are just going about their ways, and so since everything's innate in us, it's in our ability, again, I keep saying that, okay, to make whatever the day is. And for me, I like things to be a little bit more productive. I like to be able to read. I like to be able to productive for my body and stuff. So I go for hikes and things like that, making things stronger. So here's a passage I found. Okay, and again, it's going to what I've been talking about. It's LAO TZU, guys. Okay, 5,000 years. How do I know this integrity? Because it could all begin in me. One who recognizes all men as members of his own body is a sound man to guard them. Now, I want to go back to those leaders that are representing my right now. I challenge anyone right now. My question is there one leader out there that recognizes me as part of their own body, or recognizes you as part of their own body? Is there one leader in the world right now that recognizes anyone as a part of their own body? Back cover of Led Zeppelin cover album number 4. There's a monk back there, actually with a lamp, looking for things. It's actually the guy that's looking for the last honest man on earth, right? So again, the question is there a man out there that considers me as part of his own body, protect me, to guard me? I don't think there's one leader out there right now. So get away from watching your TV. Get away from watching all this shit. Stop depending on electronics. People are staying in their home, going from one screen to the next, okay? Or from one call to the next. That's called dependency. You're dependent so much on the friggin' system. They got you. They can do whatever they want now. They can inject whatever they want. They can put you whatever you want. They can put whatever on TV you believe in. But out here, it's actually your own heart, your own soul, your own thoughts. Believe that first before you go out there and, you know, expose yourself again to what's happening out there. And it's all bullshit. It's really terrible. Yes, I'm actually a motivator what I do for work. So sorry to get a little intense a little bit, but right now it's pretty hard to you know, talk to people out there. Their minds are on things that's really that's so disruptive to the system. Okay, so I'll read this passage one last time because I think it needs it. Okay, LAO TZU, it's knowledge that's been passed down for years and years by sages. Call this monk style sage if you wish. So how do I know this integrity? Because it could all begin in me. One who recognizes all men as members of his own body is a sound man to guard them. I'll leave you with that. Hi talkers, love you buddy. Have a great day everyone. And please, come out, enjoy coffee, enjoy nature, and have a great day everyone.